You can call me a fake fan if you want for this. Please don't, but I am so far behind on Critical Role that I'm still in Campaign 3. I slid out of sync a while ago, and it's hard to catch up because I want to watch, the Four-Sided Dives. I want to watch Candela Obscura. I want to watch the one-shots. So, yeah, there's a lot of time that I've got to catch up, and it's 4 or 5 hours at a time. It's a lot. But I did not know. I did not know at all they were involved in Dispatch. I saw that logo and went, okay. And of course, I expected to hear people like Travis and Laura because they are, very much out there. They're, not constantly working, but they do work quite a lot. Matt as well. But I think everyone but Marisha, I don't remember seeing her name in the credits, has a role here, and I'm happy for that. But I was curious about their involvement, and I didn't realise that they basically saved the game, and I'm so glad they did. This is basically an interactive superhero animated show, an 8-episode show that you guide how you want it to go. I wanted Robert to be a hero. That's how I played him. I did everything positive, and I built a relationship with Invisigal, not because it's Laura Bailey, although that, did help, but it's not like Travis, where I feel like I should do that. He apparently has had multiple playthroughs, so that, he's like, well, I did, but I also went for Blazer. It is that thing of, I just could see a potential in her, and I wanted to give her the means and the best opportunities to actually improve. So when it came to deciding, who was going on missions, it was often her first. I didn't like Flambe at all. I thought he was rather arrogant, and I threw the alcohol in his face and all of that. So every time I had actually a dispatch mission, I'd be like, right, who have I got that I can send? And if I literally had a job and he's the only person on the bench, or like one of the last two, I'm like, fine, I suppose you can go because it's better to clear it than not. I was like the top rank. I did really well of doing that. But like I say, this game enthralled me that I wanted to do that. Even the hacking bits were just so frustrating at times when the virus things are following you around, the antivirus. One of the missions I had to look up, I think it was episode 4. I just couldn't figure out how to get away from that. I didn't enjoy that, but I didn't want to stop. So many games have things that just put a barrier in my way, and I'm like, I'll just put the game down. I'll just never pick it up again. I've done that a number of times. But this is one where I'm like, I'm going to look it up. I'm going to find out because I want to progress this story. But I think the fact that they saved it is really a boon. I mean, yes, they're going to get, obviously, a kickback on that because they helped invest more money in to keep it going. They obviously lent voice actors to roles, but also, I'm fairly sure, I haven't looked it up, but I would be surprised if they didn't recommend some people and go, why not use this person? This person would be great for this role. But yeah, they're going to get the kickback on that, and a lot of the voice actors are going to get a double kickback. I mean, especially Travis, being the CEO of Critical Role. But I don't think they did it for entirely mercenary reasons. I think they did it because they believed in it. The fact they've talked about an actual animated series, a non-interactive version, and tabletop things, more expansion of this world. It can be another. We've got Exandria, we've got, the world that Campaign 4 takes place in. This could be yet another angle on that. We've got Fairlands, all this kind of stuff. There's so many different realms that they control, which, could be bad in some ways, too many things, all of that. But I think, again, their passion and their interest and their desire to do the best they can in everything they do, and to back projects that they feel are worthy and are valuable. I don't have a worry that this is going to dilute Critical Role as a brand or anything. I think it's going to help it. And like I say, getting people in, like we have Jeffrey Wright as Chase, Aaron Paul as Robert himself, they are such good choices for those roles. I mean, Jeffrey Wright definitely excelled in What If, even if some of What If is not great. He definitely did excel as the Watcher. It was always good in the episodes he was in. He lent the right weight to it. Chase is very different, and he's shown he can do range without having to show his face, basically. So if some of these people turn up in future one-shots or even campaigns, I'm happy for it. And if anything, it's, again, furthering games as a medium. There are still, and they're getting fewer as time goes on, because a lot of us who grew up in the 70s, 80s, 90s, we've understood that games are a valid and sometimes vital outlet, of entertainment. It's fine sitting and watching something passively, but why not get involved in the story? It's like theatre. In a way, you're more there, you're more present. It's not just something on a screen. But there are still some people out there who don't take games seriously, and things like this hopefully do help chip away at those sort of holdouts, I guess you'd say. But if you've not played it, I mean, I haven't talked much about plot because I think it is one of those, if you haven't played it, play it. Even if you're not a big gamer, it's not a gamey game. You're more making like little choices, and you can choose some of the quick time events just to play out, so it becomes more just cinematic. You're literally just choosing who to send out, a few of the dialogue options, the hacking mini games if you don't get too frustrated with them. So you can play it your way. It doesn't have to be high intensity, and I definitely think it's worth everyone's time who can access it. So those are my thoughts on Dispatch and Critical Role's involvement. So let me know down below, because I went Invisigal. Did you go Invisigal or Blazer? Be honest. Or did you do a Travis, and so not to annoy his wife, he did both options, so he got the best of both worlds? I don't know. But do let me know below. But until next time, as always, thank you for watching, and take care. And be phenomenal.